The Brunswick Police Association is pleased that the Court of Appeal has rendered a unanimous decision that protects municipal police officers from being demoted or dismissed without a fair and impartial hearing. Our association spent 6 years on an all-stakeholders committee that drafted the Police Act in its present form. The committee also included provincial and municipal government representatives as well as the Police Chiefs Association. And in fact, at that time, Chief Cronkite from the Miramichi City here was on that committee. So they were party to drafting the present Police Act. All stakeholders, including the police chiefs, agreed to the present Police Act. However, on December 19th, 2009, the police chief of the Miramichi decided to completely ignore the Police Act and fired Officer McLean without a hearing. As one of the stakeholder representatives that developed the Police Act, I personally spoke to the chief about the requirement to hold a hearing before dismissing an officer. But with the assistance of a high-priced outside lawyer, the chief plowed ahead in complete disregard to the law. Our officers have individuals who attempt to injure, maim, and kill them while protecting the citizens and businesses 24 hours a day. Even the worst criminals get a hearing before they are sentenced. The hardships on Officer McLean and his family caused by the chief over the past 2 years have been horrendous. In addition, the taxpayers of the Miramichi have seen tens of thousands of their hard-earned tax dollars wasted on persecuting Officer McLean. This in the face of reduced tax revenue due to the many business closures in the city. Shortage of tax revenues has caused reduced services in policing, fire, recreation, plowing, and other municipal services, but the chief acts as if he has a blank check to hire his high-priced outside lawyer. Excuse me. Officer McLean had recovered from a work-related disability and was ready to return to duty, but the chief fired him without even holding a hearing. It is now time for the Miramichi City Council to take the blank check from the outgoing chief and abide by the law. That is, in the Brunswick Police Act and the unanimous Court of Appeal decision of September 22nd, 2011. The court has reinstated Officer McLean. It is time to provide his professional protective services to the citizens and business of the Miramichi. The New Brunswick Police Association will ensure that the Police Act and unanimous Court of Appeal decision are fully complied with by the chief and the city of Miramichi. I'll just take a moment. The terms that were set in our notice, and what the court said is that they reinstate Constable McLean as per the terms set out in the notice of application, which was put in by our lawyer. So it says, A, the decision of the respondent City of Miramichi made to terminate on December 18th, 2009, the employment and status of the applicant as police officer employed with the respondent as a police constable be removed into this honorable record and quashed. So therefore, the decision to fire Art McLean has been rescinded by the Court of Appeal. B, the respondent reinstate the applicant with compensation for all lost pay and benefits of employment from the date of December 19, 2009 to this present readjustment plus costs. And they awarded $5,000 costs. So what we have here is a reinstatement back to December 2009. That's what this ends up being, and naturally we're calling upon City Council to implement the Court of Queen's Bench decision as soon as possible. So that's our perspective on it, and naturally we have a provincial role to ensure that the legislation is applied throughout the province to all municipal officers, and that's why the Brunswick Police Association was involved, because we spent 6 years to bring this Police Act into being, and we certainly cannot let it be flaunted like it was here in 2009, a few days before Christmas. Merry Christmas in 2009. So at this time I'll have Art and his family say a few words, and then we'll do question answer, whatever you'd like to do.
Back in December 19th, my wife and I met with representatives and were advised that my position was terminated. And to say it was difficult would be a huge understatement. To go home to your family and tell your children days before Christmas that I'm terminated, and try to explain to your children something that doesn't make any logical sense to yourself. The unfortunate thing about that is our mortgage for our home was due in December, at the end of December. And anybody that has a mortgage, they know that in order to have your mortgage renewed, you must have stable employment. And my wife and I had to tell our children that we'd probably be moving, as the mortgage company probably will not be renewing our mortgage on our home that our daughter spent most of her young life in. So Christmas in '09 was difficult. When the ruling came out, people say, you must be excited, you're ecstatic. And I said to Peg, I don't know what's wrong. I said, but it doesn't seem like it's real. It's been going on for so long, and you say, it's finally over. And the support from the community has been absolutely staggering. The phone calls to our home, every day I walk into a business, there's people saying congratulations. The support from this community is just unbelievable. Like I said to Peggy, I'm shocked. You know it's there, and it is so amazing. I said, people say, what do you want to do? What's your next step? I said, I just want to go back to work. I just want to go back to work, get on with life, serving, protecting the businesses in the community, which I enjoy doing.
Well, the legislation was there. As I said before, we spent 6 years with the chiefs on there. There's no question in my mind that they knew the legislation should have been applied, and they deliberately didn't at that time. And that's sad, but this court decision, unanimous court decision, protects now clearly, which we always said it did, every municipal police officer, that you cannot be fired or demoted without a hearing. I mean, when you think of the job they have out there with the common criminal and what they get for hearings and processes and everything else, a police officer being brought in a few days before Christmas and said you're fired without a hearing is just unbelievable. And so therefore the decision reinforces our total belief that it was there to protect the officers. However, if you have a chief or chiefs that want to flaunt the law, you can write whatever you want. And that's why it's good now to have this unanimous court decision, because the chief in the Miramichi has been told very clearly you did not follow the law.
From what I understand, that there's certain criteria that involves, like not having worked in that time period or on that time period?
No, that's immaterial. See, the court decision is right there. And that's what has to be applied.
Does that make a difference if they're ahead
No.
of employment?
No.
And that says that there, does it?
No, it says the respondent reinstate the applicant with compensation for all lost pay and benefits employment from the date of December 19th, 09 to his date of reinstatement. They are not going to come forward and give the McLean family any money for mental hardship, stress, lost your house, any of that kind of thing, because it's not in the court order. And neither are they going to go nickel and diming with other deductions either. So the court order is very clear. Now, I'm sure that the outside hired lawyer will want to keep this going if he can, because cha-ching, cha-ching, he gets paid more.
Mm-hmm.
So the court order is very clear.
Stated about that situation, if it's something that could become a factor.
No, our lawyer is very clear on this. The court order says pay him back to December 19, 2009, period. He's not entitled to more, but he's not entitled to less.
Approach to his job, if this sort of ordeal changes your approach to your work?
I'm not.
Well, I mean, you're going back to work with people that tried to ruin your life, so I'm just wondering how that affects your approach to your job.
Honestly, not one bit. I work in a professional work environment. There's policies and procedures for me to follow, and I just go back and do my job, and I'm not worried about it. No, it's not a concern whatsoever. I just want to go back, get on through my job.